We're going to be talking all about what a resolution is. So we've been talking about different story elements, which are the different parts of a fiction story. We've talked about characters, setting, and the problem. Today, we are going to be talking about another story element called the resolution. The resolution is the solution that solves all parts of the problem. There can be different solutions. So sometimes a story ends by having a goal being met. Other times, a story ends with a lesson being learned. Let's take a look at some stories we know. So in the story, Can I Play Too, the Elephant and Piggie book, this story is resolved by a goal being met. So Elephant and Piggie come up with a way to incorporate Snake in playing fetch. In the book, The Little Boy Who Cried Wolf, that story, the resolution is a lesson learned. The boy learns it is very important to always tell the truth. The resolution can be found at the end of the story. Let's take a look at this story I wrote, and let's try to find all the story elements for this piece. It was a cloudy fall morning at the park yesterday. My brother and I were walking. All of a sudden, he tripped over our dog. He spilled his hot chocolate everywhere and started crying. Luckily, there was another stand that served hot cocoa nearby. After we cleaned up the mess, we went to the store and bought another cup. So for this story, who are the characters? Who is in this story? Whisper it to yourself. A brother, a sister, and a dog. What is the setting of this story? Think of the time, place, and mood. So let's think, what time does this story take place? It takes place in the morning, specifically a fall morning. What is the place? The park. And what is the vibe, the mood? How does it feel? It talks about being cloudy, so it kind of feels maybe it's not bright and cheerful, so it's kind of cloudy, gloomy maybe. So the setting is a cloudy fall morning at the park. And what is the problem in this story? What's the uh-oh? It is that the hot cocoa spilled. And now in this story, what is the resolution? How is this problem solved? What do? They buy another cup. And so this story, a goal is met. The little boy wanted to drink hot chocolate. He spilled his, so he got some more. Now I rewrote this story to have all the same story elements, except I changed the resolution. Let's take a look at this other version. It was a cloudy fall morning at the park yesterday. My brother and I were walking. All of a sudden, he tripped over our dog. He spilled his hot chocolate everywhere and started crying. I asked him if he was hurt, and he said no. I felt bad because we did not have any more money. My brother and I talked about how important it is to watch where you are going. So in this story, the characters are still the brother, sister, dog. The story is still taking place on a cloudy fall morning at the park. The problem is still that the hot cocoa spilled. But this time, it was resolved in a different way. What was the resolution this time? It was a lesson learned. Yeah, the little boy learned the importance of paying attention. So when you are reading stories or writing stories, remember to think of the different ways you can resolve the story. Maybe by making something happen, or maybe by having a lesson learned. And also remember that if you're looking for the resolution, you'll usually find it at the end of the story. Great job!